Was Interstellar Radio. Today is August 2nd, 2020. I have Retro on the line. Greetings.
Greetings, everyone.
All right. Yeah, it's a little bit windy here. We have the tropical storm going on the other side of the state. So,
did you have any questions on the tropical storm, or did you want to check into that first?
yeah, if you want to, sure. Yeah.
What is it called again? But the storm name?
Pronouncing that name is 1 second.
Isaias?
Isaias? Yeah, it's weird. It's like Isaias. Isaias.
One minute. I'm feeling it being drawn more towards South Carolina. But there's energy that I feel like it's being drawn towards potentially CIA energy in South Carolina, or some sort of similar energy. So I'm feeling CIA.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to push it back towards Georgia and back towards Florida, back towards Jacksonville. There's a force that's trying to bring it up north towards South Carolina. So at the moment, it looks like there's a tug of war going on, or not a tug, but like a push of war. But I feel it more trending towards South Carolina, maybe Georgia. But... One moment. So yeah, South Carolina is kind of the lesser part of the state. It's kind of a sleepy state.
Yeah.
You don't hear much out of South Carolina.
No.
But the energy there is not that good, really. I mean, some parts maybe, but again, there's parts of it that are kind of hidden. So there's lots of things that are hidden in plain sight in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I do feel a lot of government energy there, a lot of CIA. Yeah, mostly like CIA.
Yeah, I feel those Black Project energies there.
Yeah. And they're not telling me what's there exactly, but there is a lot to be cleansed there.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's just the cleansing. It's kind of clearing some energy there, taking it back down, eroding it. It's trying to erode all the pent up hidden energies, bring it back to the light. One moment. There's actually like an angel named Isaiah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel there's a slight connection there, but it's not his doing, that it's somewhat connected or somewhat inspired. Like the connection to him is not his doing. It just feels like it's connected to angels.
Yeah.
Some way. Again, there's not much detail there, but I'm actually to look at pastors calling it towards him. Like there's a pastor there that's calling like for a storm to come. It's funny enough. Like there's a section, a religious section there that's calling it towards him. And it's subconsciously that they're still calling it. There is definitely like a religious energy there. Any questions?
No, we can go to the next topic.
All right, cool. So there is something we had talked in the past about, but not in much detail. That you wanted to address the Martian influence in like Mexico in Central America.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what you get on that.
Okay. One moment. It's not quite as strong as some of the thunder energy there from the moon.
Mm-hmm.
The moon and Mars kind of work together. As much as you can think of Venus as the conscious feminine, in a way, the outer feminine, where the moon is like the inner feminine.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more subconscious. It's much more animalistic in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So the moon and Mars do kind of share a connection with each other. In that way, and that's easily felt in places like Mexico. One moment. Sorry, one moment. So a lot of the time, I don't think much of the Mars connection as much as the moon connection.
Okay.
Particularly, say in like the caves, it's more of a subconscious lunar connection to the region that allows for the more Martian energy to come forward. There is some Martian energy there that it's kind of a bit more wild. It's a place that needs to be learning. It needs to actually increase its Martian energy to a more positive aspect of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at colonial history, again, there's lots of warfare there. Lots of it's actually fallen. A lot of the energy there has actually fallen since the arrival of the Europeans. But again, it is a way of transporting that Martian energy. There is a lot of hidden wisdom there, but it needs to be kind of unlocked. It needs to be activated. So there is a strong Martian connection there that has to be activated further, and it will be in the future.
Mm-hmm.
One moment. Yes, but for now I feel a more feminine energy there. The feminine has taken control in a way. Again, it is healing the masculine side at the moment. Healing a lot of the traumas. One moment. It is a much part of our Atlantis energies, particularly in Mexico and Central America. Um, but a lot of our Atlantean energy is within Mexico, and the Mayan and Aztec nations that splintered off are somewhat connected to the Atlantean civilization. So a lot of the energy there is healing. It is kind of taking on that karma, a lot of that masculine Martian karma from Atlantean times. It's kind of been taken on by the region of Mexico. That's where a lot of that karma is at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that with, again, looking at your drug wars and Spanish colonialism as well. But particularly nowadays with the drug wars.
There's like a Atlantean karma for all the.
It is an expression of Atlantean karma. It is again, it is part of that masculine.
Yeah.
It's sort of the undirected, untamed, childish masculine energy there.
Mm-hmm.
And now it is kind of being led by the feminine. There are more communities that are going to be embracing their more feminine heritage. And doing more indigenous communities with lifting the area up again. And it is sort of putting the masculine back in place and using it for better goals. And again, a lot of it is colonialism is connected to it, of course, with the healing or the masculinity in crisis, the Martian energies in crisis. And again, that connects back to Atlantean times.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Martian domination or masculine domination. They are in a way connected. And again, that may be one of the reasons that Atlantis fell is because it was experimented with these new ideas that are mostly masculine, and it kind of slid into a darker. It kind of lost its values, its original founding values.
Yeah, lost the balance.
Yeah, and that's why it had to fall. And now you're seeing more challenges being placed up to reassert the balance that we need before we can evolve and move on to the fourth dimension or fifth dimension. So we need to find this balance and almost reinvent the way we see our society. Because the way it is now is similar to the way it has been in Atlantis before it fell. They share similarities. One moment. I'm seeing towards the end of Atlantis, there's a lot of construction going on. And there's less of a connection to the earth. So you had a lot more construction of buildings that had components that were disrupting the earth's fields. It was disrupting the earth balance. And that's part of why it has been destroyed over time is because it was not in sync with our earth. The Atlantean lifestyle was kind of out of touch with the planet. they were kind of using crystals in a way that were disruptive. The patterns of the crystals were disrupted. And seeing crystals that are kind of cut in half in ways that are much more violent than normal physical crushing.
How do you feel about the
energies are disrupted? So it crumbled.
Yeah, makes about how do you feel about the Atlanteans, separate than the humans, like part of the human creation?
They
like,
are separate.
yeah,
They're separate from humans.
or you say that humans are what we are, like we're like a next generation or something like that, but we're
Mm-hmm.
I was told, I don't know, see what you think on that again.
Humans, well, we share a lot of the structure with the Atlanteans. They're showing me like a lot of our structure is similar to the Atlanteans. That they're like our layout, our physical layout is similar. Although the Atlanteans they had different forms and seeing like bird-like Atlantean, but mostly humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
But you might have humanoid Atlanteans with like bird-like faces.
Yeah.
But still mostly humanoid.
Yeah, I felt some of the Atlanteans some look like cats,
Mm-hmm.
some look like birds. Yeah, the fish one's kind of interesting.
But yes, we do have some characteristics. Our starting stock is especially around like our lower, like our chest area, below the head and neck. Is Atlantean. Our bodies have then adapted to the Earth again. So we do have a lot of the existing Atlantean structure within us that we may have more alien DNA that sits above that structure. So our structure, to put it one way, it's hard to define what the structure is. But our structure is very similar to the Atlantean structure. But the DNA in the stuff that goes over it, like to put it figuratively, it's like saying we have Atlantean bones that we may have played in or Arcturian muscle or skin. Just to put it one way, that's not the literal way of explaining it, that it's a figurative way. That's more than energetic level, we have that. So our bones in an energetic way are Atlantean. Because it already has been adapted to this Earth. Granted, I do believe that the Earth was very much different. The atmosphere was more oxygen back then. I'm feeling there are Atlanteans that are like 14 feet tall. There's more oxygen in the atmosphere back then, so that has been changing. So we are not as large as the Atlantean, but our structure is still based off the Atlantean body.
Yeah, makes
just
sense.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're technically Atlantean beings, but we're
yes,
kind of like an offshoot or hybrid or however you want to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, we were Atlantean in structure, but we're also mixed with a lot of other alien species, and then evolved at the present day Earth. So, yes, we are still Atlantean. We just look different. Our powers are also different from Atlanteans and unseen as well. That's why telekinesis does not come as easy to us.
Mm-hmm.
We actually had a more emotional expression. What it looks like.
Hmm.
Um, a lot more of empathetic connections. We may not be able to affect our physical environment as much, but socially we are much more powerful,
Hmm.
more advanced in a social sense, social emotional sense.
Yeah, it feels like we've improved upon a lot what the aliens have lost.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of the more people who are taught this entity, they have more than an Atlantean and possibly Lemurian um, history.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of your antisocial people may have had more Atlantean origins as well.
Hmm. Interesting. Oh, what about the Martian? So like the reptilian Martians, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like that humans as like a lower class.
From what I've seen, I had seen in the past, yes, there are a higher class of reptilian Martians at one point, but they eventually left Mars, and then the humans picked up the pieces.
Hmm.
The humans that I see that are on Mars look, um, they do have a more appearance that is more, um, tribalistic in some ways.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It's very simplistic in a tribalist way, so it's hard to compare it to anything else. But yes, I'm seeing like flowing guard, less clothes in general.
What about like Conan the Barbarian?
Yeah, in a way.
Some,
Loincloth and bandana kind of thing
yeah,
going on.
somewhere, yeah, this Rambo.
Yeah,
Something similar to that. Yeah.
they're much older than any individual group on Earth is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yes, they do have a lot of connections to different groups of humans on Earth. Uh, Africa, the Americas.
Well, what
It's
I
on the
felt,
Aboriginal as well. Aboriginal connection.
yeah, yep, yep. Well, I felt that the Martians before Earth was with humans inhabited. Martians are like the precursor to human because they're
Hmm.
very rare, but they're just unique compared to other humanoids,
Yeah,
and so it's
they're the closest to Earth, like humans.
yeah, that's what I
Although,
thought.
although they have more reptilian DNA
Hmm.
than we do, but they've been that's mostly because humans on Earth have had more DNA than the other aliens, like the Pleiadians,
Hmm.
like the pigs, for example.
Yeah, the Palladians have. I don't think it's. They might not have any reptilian. They might have some, but
The Pleiadians are probably the biggest donors to humans, other than reptilians.
yeah.
Genetically speaking, the Atlantean, reptilian, uh, Pleiadian in that order, possibly.
What about
And then also close tie with the Syrian.
yeah. What about Anunnaki and the Martians?
Can you elaborate?
Like there's the Martians like on Mars. Was there Anunnaki influence there anywhere?
Um, one moment. I think number two. Like yes, there've been two times that had a large influence there.
Yeah.
Um, like two different versions, two different periods of time where there's been a large Anunnaki influence.
I want to
Like
say
it's been
that
conquered twice.
I want to say the Anunnaki brought feminine energies to Mars. A good well, when it was lacking feminine energy. Just throwing that in
It
there.
is still lacking the feminine energy, but yes, it
Yeah,
has been brought when it's needed.
it helped. Yeah.
It's like a fine. It's like how do I explain this? It's kind of like how a human needs insulin to survive.
Hmm.
Um, you could or you could say that like Mars, you could compare it to like a type 2 or type 1 diabetic not having insulin, so you're getting insulin from outside sources, but you still have to keep bringing it over. They don't produce their own anymore.
Yeah.
So Mars does not have that ability to support its own feminine uh, energy at that point, so it is supplementing what's there. Actually, it's kind of hard to say. There is some feminine energy with the humans on Mars, but
Hmm. Yeah.
that's actually almost like bred to be there. So that's one of the only
Hmm.
ways that the feminine has been extant on Mars.
Hmm.
It almost feels like because there is less feminine there, the feelings have moved out. It kind of made it harder to survive there. So the humans had been made to contain some of that feminine energy there too.
This is a little bit off topic. What about Mars? I feel like Mars has like a red sky. I do feel like a redness there,
Yeah.
like a red tint or something.
Um. In astral, yeah, it's probably more tan in like physical, but in
Hmm.
astral, yeah, there is
No more tan.
versions. What's
Yeah.
that?
But you said tan
More
or
tan in the physical, but in
yeah,
astral, yeah,
yeah. There's something that's more reddish.
yeah,
Yeah, makes sense. I just get that vibe that it was red. It wasn't like
like a planet tomato soup.
what? Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, not like blood red, but yeah, tan is
like
about
tomato
right.
soup. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Hmm. Like I guess they had red oceans. I guess
Uh-huh. Yeah.
it's like
Um, I feel like a lot of clay, possibly.
play water. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Fascinating. That makes sense. Yeah.
a lot like a mesa type environment.
Yep. Pottery, even pottery.
Pottery.
Pottery. Some kind of
Um, I feel connected to like a Jordan. In the
yeah.
Middle East.
Yeah.
So that version. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So yeah, I feel a lot of Martian influence, um, Martian human influence connected to again the Middle East, but also the Americas, particularly in Central America, and also parts of Africa.
Okay. How about you want to go into Jupiter?
Jupiter. Um, Jupiter is where a lot of the guiding energy that's more the guiding masculine in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter is kind of an older, silent energy. It's sort of a lot of your environmentalism is connected to Jupiter. A lot of your older religions are connected to Jupiter.
Yeah, it feels like very old. Yeah.
Earth Day is very actually Jupiter influenced in a way.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of your masculine, especially in Europe, a lot of your masculine figures, your central masculine figures are connected to Jupiter. Thor, at least, is Jupiterian. Right? Um, so you see a lot of this energy that's drawing us back to a healthier form of the masculine, being able to utilize that Martian energy better, healthier, and more effectively. Is being directed both by the feminine and the higher masculine in Jupiter. Um, Jupiter is known as the king energy. Um,
Hmm.
so a lot of it comes down to managing and responding to people in the community. It's a lot of stewardship based themes, taking care of the planet, taking care of their society in a very masculine sense is
Hmm.
connected to Jupiter. So it's a masculine force with a feminine awareness.
Well, some of them I feel like they look like something like a gray, but they're really tall. They look similar to that. Some of them do.
I see a lot of like dryads or tree people on
Hmm.
Jupiter,
Hmm.
like the prominent species. Um, I've seen like a green sky, like a green thundering sky almost,
Yeah.
or green clouds, I should say. One moment. The star is gray, like Zeta Grace.
Yeah. Maybe not exactly.
No, I don't see Zeta connection to Jupiter as much.
No,
No,
no.
it's not strongly, but
But you have beings that look like, I think some Jupiter beings look like that. Doesn't mean that there's Zeta at all. Like more. What did you see that movie AI? What is Steven Spielberg's movie? The Robot Kid.
I feel like I have not seen it. I feel like I'm connecting to something though. It feels more of like an organic being though. They have a
Okay.
more of a until like a great being on Jupiter. They feel like the energy is very slow moving.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Old, slow moving. It's like an old
Sounds
growth
like
tree.
yeah. Sounds like them.
Like the skin feels like it's like almost made out of wood.
Oh, interesting.
Or again, it's like a very old, slow moving,
Hmm.
strong energy. It's kind of scary in one sense, but it's not
Yep.
threatening.
Yeah, it's scary to us because we're
Yeah, but
you
it's
know
not threatening. It's not threatening
no,
itself. But it's
but
it's, it's still kind of
to us it's creepy as hell.
yeah,
I mean, it could be the
yeah,
nicest alien in the world. We'd be scared out of our minds.
yeah. It's true. And as you said that it's kind of becoming a bit more gentler.
No.
Um, it's not really. I don't see feminine or masculine energy. It kind of has both feminine and masculine,
Yep.
but it's kind of like the teacher in a way. The energy there is like the teacher. That's what I get. It's like medicines. A lot of our
Yeah.
medicines come from these gray Jupiter beings.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen like their genderless. I mean, they have male and female,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're not. They're not like us
right.
going around rumping around or anything. They don't care about that.
No.
They have a different way of going about it.
But these Jupiter grays, a lot of the medicine comes from there. A lot of the herbal medicine, like aspirin,
Yeah.
um, comes from them. A lot of the
Like you said,
medical teachings.
yeah, they're connected to nature, so they bring out the nature's elements.
Yeah,
Yeah, to create medicines and stuff like that. Yeah.
they are in a sense kind of like one of the reasons why I think we saw them as intimidating. They're kind of like they come off as the avatar of nature in a way.
Yep.
Of nature itself. Of so again, it is very old, very intimidating, but also very beneficent. It's the old man, old woman energy in its very concentrated form. Um, did you have any questions about that?
No, I think that's good for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the next.
I can check if they had anything to say if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. One moment. Saying something about root energy, root.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are connected to a lot of their like root-based plants, like carrots, certain herbs that are mostly concentrated in the roots. So they're kind of like the roots of their. They're like root-based beings. That's energy
Mm-hmm.
that comes from them. It's like a lot of the root-based medicines. So yes, they're kind of like these grays are connected to like the root-based systems of plants. And there's lots of information stored in roots. A lot of these strongest medicines can come from roots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm seeing there.
Yeah,
It's like almost like the oldest plants that have been around had mostly been root based, or they had larger root systems or thicker root systems, like a carrot might. So carrots might be connected to some of the oldest plants in existence.
yeah, like the plants is the computer plant life.
Yeah.
There's a lot in the DNA of plants. Of
Hmm.
course, there's a lot in our DNA that we don't even think about. Uh,
Yeah. So it's kind of one of the things that going back to your roots. It's the way they say that, or where are your roots? Like where did you grow up at? A lot of the oldest information, a lot of the oldest plants were primarily underground or root based. Anyway, yes, did you want to move on?
yeah, when do the election, you think it's going to be a? You think they're going to skip it or do it or what? What's your? With that? I know if they delay it, that's going to be a big deal.
I feel like they're going to plan to try to delay it. That's going to be canceled in the end. Johnson's going to try his hardest to delay it those late, but
So I think the election is going to
going to
happen
try.
though.
I think Johnson's going to. I think Johnson's going to try his hardest to not delay it, but I feel like it's going to continue. I think it's going to. Hold on, information.
No, it's
I'm getting mixed up right now. One moment.
okay.
It will be delayed, but not by much. A couple weeks at most.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, I do not see it having as much of a strong result as some might hope would. I do not see it benefiting either party at
Hmm.
the moment. As of who might win the election, it's leaning slightly towards it's still in a balance, and it could be either or. At the moment, I'm feeling it's going to be really close.
Hmm.
Within 2%. You may see like 58%
Jeez.
of the one. So, I do feel some Biden influence, but it's still hard to say at the moment. I do feel like more Biden.
It's funny.
Yeah.
And Biden's he's like not, he's like
Mm.
checked out. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
But again, it's hard to say at this moment. It's still kind of in the air. Um,
Yeah. I agree. It's hard to make a prediction.
it is very hard. Yeah? It's it could change any day. It's still up in the air. I could say Biden today and Trump tomorrow.
Yep, I
And then
agree.
Biden again a week from now. So, um, but I do not see any sort of delay having a significant effect on the turnout.
Hmm.
At least not to the way the delay might happen. Um, if you were to be delayed by more than a month, you may see more of the Democratic turnout, but I see it more fairly even.
God, if they delay that thing for months,
Hmm.
that'd be just crazy. Just we'll just have it
Yeah,
next year sometime.
I'm feeling 2 weeks most.
Yeah.
Early early December at the latest.
Mm, yeah. Okay.
Have you heard that Trump has been talking about adding more terms?
No. Oh, he did
Apparently,
it.
apparently he wants to add more terms to the presidency.
Never know.
I don't think it'll happen, but yeah,
Probably not. Probably not.
kind of silly. Yeah.
Whole thing is all of it is. So.
Yeah, it's all silly.
Okay. All
Well,
right. Anything
yeah.
else before we wrap up?
Not that I can remember. I've had one topic that I wanted to discuss that I forgot what it was before I came in here.
Hmm.
So who knows what that was?
Okay. Let's see if there's anything for you, message wise,
Sure.
or
Yeah, go ahead.
it feels like yeah, you're shifting timelines. You're going into I see you going to the 1800s a lot, looking for something. Might have to do with the disease situation we're going through, or something about
Hmm.
something happened in the past that's triggering what's happening now, like a timeline that we did not fulfill, and now we're fulfilling it now. Has to do with our technology. It's like we got technologies a bit. Our technology that I feel like a lot of it was given to us or downloaded to us, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
And it's like terms to it, and the terms ran out or something like around those lines. But either way, it's like
Hmm.
so you sign up for this and you can delay that, like delay a pandemic or something around those lines. It seems like there's just timelines in the past that are, I mean, even our timeline is affected by Rome, ancient Rome,
Right.
in the past too, that we're fulfilling a lot of their stuff that they didn't do. Um, not saying what, of course, they had pandemics there probably all the time. It's funny. They didn't have
Oh
mass
yeah.
either.
Speaking of like the pandemics, I'm seeing like a lot of the I wasn't really positive if this what they're seeing back on Jupiter. Going back to that
Hmm.
for a moment.
Hmm.
Um, I think a lot of like your diseases, especially like with the connected to the heart chakra,
Hmm.
like it gets
Yeah.
coded that somehow it's connecting to the heart chakra.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of like root-based cheese and vegetables can help you out that,
Hmm.
or it can help you kind of open up your heart chakra as well as your root chakra.
Hmm. Hmm.
But that can kind of help with some diseases, not entirely that it can help smooth it over a bit.
Yeah, well, it's going through its own karma of
Yeah.
so long it can ignore itself, ignore what's here. I don't know. I do feel like you're connected to definitely a Palladian spaceship. One is around Mars. Something to do with Mars crossing over to Earth. So because NASA's going to Mars, everybody's trying to go to Mars. So
yeah.
I mean
I feel like
that's part of disclosure. Yeah.
I feel like I'm part of both, like a small data craft and also like a large,
Yeah, I think so.
like
Mothership.
not a colony ship, but yeah, like another ship, like a diplomatic mission ship. Almost like exploding all the time. Like,
Or is there a mothership where?
city.
Yeah, there's a mothership where you're the AI of it too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably a happier experience.
Of course, yeah.
I think it even can tell people what you're going through. It's like, you know what I'm going through on Earth right now. so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right. All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
All right. All right. Blessings.